was like, whoa.
To It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. Underdog is dropping promos all week long, so make sure y'all check the app to see what's next. If you're new, use code It Is What It Is when you sign up, play $5, and they'll drop $50 in bonus funds your way. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam. And in the studio, y'all, we got a special guest introducing AB.
Hey man, this shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I did not know I was gonna be on the show. But y'all good. Y'all got me. Y'all good. Y'all got me.
No, we got something for you out there. We got some chats. You know, I keep saying with me. You know, your services would not pause be here for free. Absolutely, bro.
Okay,
we know your time is money, man.
Okay.
But I know we usually start with football, but I want to start with the fight on Saturday. Do you mind starting with that murder, Stat? Yeah. We went over it yesterday, but being that we have a champion in the building, especially a Cincinnati champion, one of my Ohio brothers.
Y'all know what's crazy though? Mm-hmm. Y'all know why I fuck with Terrence though? Damn, this shit gonna make me tear up. He went to my coach's funeral, bro. I don't go to funerals. Mm-hmm. He went to my coach's funeral, so I'm forever embedded with him. He a good nigga.
That's what's up. What do you think about his performance on Saturday night? Did you see the fight going that way? Because it looked pretty one-sided from beginning to end. I mean, Canelo got some rounds in, but did you think the fight was going to go the way that it did?
Of course. He got all the attributes that Floyd got. He got everything. He's a special nigga, bro. He a good nigga, bro. Yeah.
No, that's what's up.
For the illest nigga in Nebraska.
Literally. Literally. So what do you think about this, as one of your homeboys, matter of fact, Tank fighting Jake Paul next month?
I think he gonna clip him.
Yeah. Because I see you, I don't know what happened, but I remember I seen a video on your page. I followed you on the gram. And they was talking about you potentially fighting Jake Paul. So why did that fight happen? And what are you planning on doing next? Because I know you got another run in you. Pause.
I ain't gonna lie. This next run gonna be crazy. This next run gonna be crazy. I'm a dedicate this next 3 to 5 years, and you know I'll retire after that, but I'm going to do it again.
That's what's up. Where do you see the welterweight division right now? Because nobody's fighting each other. You know,
I fought everybody.
Yeah, you did. That's why we thinking about you, and we'll get into you after you answer this question. But we'll do that now. To me, you had everything.
Yeah.
I remember because the first time I seen you, Floyd was in jail. You came out with the Floyd shit. Dancing, very entertaining. And a lot of people don't know that you could be.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gonna hype a nigga up. I like you, bro.
Yeah, yo, listen, I'm a fan.
I like you, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, Mace, I might like him better than you.
Nah, you don't like
it. Hey, Mace, my bad, Mace. Hey, that nigga gonna hype a nigga up, man.
Nah, but Mace as well. But not only I'm a fan of boxing, I'm still a fan of yours. But I'm just saying, my first time seeing you, you had the Free Floyd Mayweather shirt on. You was coming out dancing. Not only dancing, you was fucking niggas up. And
for sure.
And a lot of people, what I really liked about you is that you know how to talk. A lot of people could talk, but they can't fight. A lot of people could fight, but they can't talk. I love the slogan, the can man. I like when them niggas used to get mad when you used to do your interviews after the fight and they be like, don't say this. Nigga, we on cable. What the fuck you mean don't say this? We gonna say what the fuck we want to say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's cable.
Exactly.
We can say what the fuck we want to say. It's just like the show. We can say what the fuck we want to say.
Exactly, 100%. So when I see you taking off some time,
I'm mesmerized by style.
This nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
Thank you. Because why does everybody tell me that? Like, I don't know how to take that.
Now you
like,
gassing it?
No. It's just like if somebody tells you that you look better in person than on camera, then it's like, damn, do I look bad on camera? Like you would think that about yourself too.
No, but you look so good in person.
Thank you. I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey, what do you think about the welterweight
You like that
division?
singer.
What's the singer name, baby?
Man, hey, you look like that singer, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you heard it before.
If you're gonna say Coco Jones,
Yes.
then I've been told that a lot.
Yeah.
Coco Jones?
You look dead on her.
Hey, the welterweight division.
Yeah.
What do you think about it right now?
What you waste that?
I'm not gonna say my weight on camera.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
I'm not gonna answer that. No, I'm the way I'm supposed to be. But the welterweight division,
Right. Stat. I love you. What a guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad. The welterweight division though is everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. I mean, you see Terrence, he just moved up. Everybody moving up. Everybody moving up. Everybody moving
If you fought again, would it be welterweight or 154?
40.
140, going back down.
I would not. Listen, I'm done doing favors.
Okay,
I'm not a 47 pounder.
right.
I'm not. You know, I was just doing favors. But I mean, he from Ohio too.
Mm-hmm.
Don, you know what I'm saying? But
Right. Cleveland.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm just done doing favors. My next fight will be at 40.
Okay.
40.
Who would you like to fight at 40?
Everybody. Everybody. And the crazy thing is that it's just, you know, they all hang with me, but fuck it. We just, I gotta get the money, man. Fuck them niggas.
Who you say fuck? What niggas you say fuck you to?
Everybody.
Okay, got you.
Fuck them niggas, man. 140. I gotta win everybody. I'm gonna win every belt. If you got a belt at 140 pounds, I'm coming to get it.
Who's at 140?
Everybody.
It's a good question. Like he said,
Name those that are still at 140.
I don't know because like he said, everybody's moving up. And then the thing about it, that'd be a good question for Sin. And I'm pretty sure A knows who's at 140 because it looked like he got his eyes
Yeah,
on them belts.
name three for us.
Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner.
Mace looking up to 140.
Yeah, I'm looking them up.
All right, let me see. Before we go, because we'll come back to boxing, man. I know we got to get ready to get into some football. My last question is, where's your relationship at today with Tank and Floyd?
Tank will always be my baby brother. That's my baby brother, man.
Right.
You know, last time I seen him, though, that nigga made me cry, man.
Why is that? How?
We was he didn't know I was there. He was at the casino in Miami, and he didn't know I was there. I grabbed him and we hung together all night. Pause. But we was together all night, and then he dropped me off. He dropped me off, and but before I got out the car, he said, "Here." He gave me every dime he had on him. That shit made me cry because I used to do the same shit for him.
That's what's up. Yeah, y'all at the TV show 25-8, all that shit. I know that's your brother, absolutely. And what about with Floyd? Okay, we can move on to football then.
Stat? Oh my God.
Yo, Stat, let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd.
Okay. Well, you ready for football?
Stat.
Today, we are joined with our analyst.
Listen, all right. You know, y'all want to know what's crazy, bro? I really love that nigga, bro. Hey, I love him, bro. I mean, our relationship probably not be the best, but I can really sit and say that I love the nigga.
That's what's up. I'm pretty sure he love you too, man. Sometimes it be like that, bro. It be like that. So
I know the real static though.
what is it? What's the real static?
Stat.
I think you deflect when I ask a question you don't want to answer the stat. And try to go to stat because you don't want to answer the question. If you don't want to answer the question, it's cool because you presented it because we was going to move on. But then you said, I know the real static, so now you leaving a cliffhanger. I guess, can we talk about the real static or do we need to move on?
I mean,
Guess that means move on. You don't want to talk about
There ain't
the
no
real
commercial
static.
breaks, but
Yeah,
it's
man.
okay. It's all right.
I would never. I mean, you know, I would never do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I understand 100%. Sometimes some things don't need to be said, but you said what you need to say. So I understand.
I mean, we'll talk though.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
All right, let's get it.
So now we got to talk football. So y'all know we had to bring our analyst, Arabia. Arabia, how you feeling? How you doing?
Arabia.
Feeling good.
What's good?
Hello. How are
Arabia.
you?
Is that a real background?
It is a real background. I put these bookshelves up, and it's real. It's not a green screen.
Oh, all right. It look cool.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yo, tell us about your chat that you got going on.
Yeah, so I have a chat feature where people can book one-on-one conversations with me. We could talk football. We could talk a little extracurricular. But so thank you to everybody who booked the chat. We've had some really good conversations. But to everybody who came on camera and showed their private parts, this is not that. It's
What?
not OnlyFans. It's
What?
not a chance for you to do that on camera. It is video chat, but just have some decorum when you book. But we've had some really good conversations.
Okay.
So looking forward to the next ones.
Hey Cam, I ain't gonna lie though. If that's Arabia, I'm Saudi.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before.
This nigga got balls.
You Arabia.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow, that's new.
Ah.
Yeah, she's smiling off that. That's balls right there, though.
Yeah.
I see why you
I've
was on
never
tour
heard
for a
that
minute.
before.
Yeah, I see why you was on tour. I see why you was on tour, bro.
I am screaming. Well, make sure y'all check out Arabia's page. You heard it from AB. He's Saudi, but we got to get into the football.
Hello.
So we're gonna start with the Bengals. The Jaguars lost to the Bengals 31-27. Joe Burrow got injured and is expected to be out for up to 3 months with a grade 3 turf toe injury. Arabia, what was your immediate reaction to that news?
Yeah, the Bengals put Joe Burrow in that position. If you
Okay.
think about your top 4 quarterbacks in the league in no particular order, most people have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, in whatever order you put them in. 3 of those quarterbacks have some sort of offensive line. They have some sort of run game. They have some sort of defense. Joe Burrow does not, and it's been a problem since last season. This season, through 2 weeks, that offensive line is dead last in quarterback hits, the worst with quarterback hits. They are 30th in the league with quarterback pressures. That's just the offensive line. Move on to the running backs. They are the second worst in the NFL in yards per carry. You know what that means? Once again, that's an offensive line problem. It's not a Chase Brown problem. It's an offensive line problem. That means the defense is getting in the backfield or to the line of scrimmage and not allowing the running back to get any yards per carry. Last but not least, that defense, second worst in the NFL in forced punts. They did not give Joe Burrow the same tools that the other top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL right now also have. So unfortunately, this injury was inevitable due to the Bengals putting the cart before the horse, because you know what they do have? Probably one of the best receiving duos in the NFL. You can't get the ball to Jamar Chase. You can't get the ball to T. Higgins if Joe Burrow does not have enough time to throw it, if he's constantly on his back, pause, getting sacked, getting hit, getting injured. So yes, Jake Browning came in and he did what he had to do. He threw 3 interceptions and ended up winning the game. But this Joe Burrow injury, unfortunately, a lot of it is on the organization.
Hey, since Mama's Cincinnati Bengal fan too, so you got it first.
I can't talk. I mean, all right, you told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know when my brother
Oh, shit,
know that.
my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not going to sit in and not value your time neither.
That's why I love you, Cam. You a good nigga, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You want to wait for me, you could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta step out. Thank you, man. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Mace, what do you think?
I think when it comes to the Bengals, I'm really sad. I'm sad for all the Bengals fans, especially Cam and everybody.
I'm sad too, man. I can't even argue with you about this shit. I appreciate this. So you're right, man. You're right. Go ahead.
I think I really, when I was watching this, all I could think about is Cam grittying across the front of the office today. And thinking he might have jinxed himself going against Titletown, right? Bringing up all of us losing.
Makes this. I'm just telling you, that's one Titletown, so over and under every day. I'm just telling you. But go ahead. I'm just telling you a secret.
Yeah, let me chill out.
Go ahead.
This is bad. All right. Yeah, all I could think about was Cam saying, talking about the Chiefs, and then now Joe Burrow is out. And what I want to say is the best ability. I don't want to hear no more about Joe Burrows. I wish him well. I hope he gets better rapidly. But the best ability is availability. If each time he's keep getting hurt, I think it's really time that he may need to consider something else. And I'm not one to rain on a parade, but to be playing the Jaguars, and then they still won. I think that was the bright side of it, that he may be able to come back. But I think I'm really concerned about his health at this point, that he keeps getting injured, and he's so phenomenal at the quarterback position. It's just scary to see that he can't just stay on the field. And that's all I really have to say about that. Well, how do you feel, Cam?
Well, first of all, Before I get to a couple things.
Yeah.
When I was going to do the gritty, Joe Burrow was already hurt. I already knew that. I already knew he was hurt. Browning had won the game for us. So that's why I was saying we still won.
Yeah.
That's why I was going to do the gritty. So we still won. But I really can't argue with anything you said because I'm the number one person who promotes the best ability is availability. Joe Burrow has already been the comeback player of the year from getting hurt previous time. Then
Yeah, like
hurt
2 times I can remember.
Yeah, and then he's hurt again. And he's out for 3 months. And I'm glad you have the sympathy for me because I'm upset about it. You pay these wideouts all this money. Joe Burrow's have the $275 million contract. You end up getting our defensive back there. But I really can't argue with Arabia. I can't argue with you. I hate it, but I really can't say too much about it because both of y'all are absolutely correct. The only thing that really pisses me off, Murder, is Arabia acting like Washington. It's it's giving me. She's starting the season off acting like they're this franchise that's been so as upper echelons for years. She's coming to every organization every week. This organization this organization doesn't do that. The Cowboy organization, the Cincinnati organization. Now look, I have to agree with her somewhat with the Bengals organization. It's been to the point where they say the Bengals organization has the worst food in the cafeteria. They done went to that level with the Bengals organization. So I can't disagree with her as far as the Bengals organization is concerned. But the shit on the Cowboy organization last week, and then to act like it's just 3 years removed from having Snyder in their facility. Look, Washington's doing their thing, but listen, calm down. Calm down dissing all these organizations week after week. You come in for a different organization because Washington has some decent people in the building the last 3 years. Now every organization is terrible according to you. I don't know who's going to be next week's stat. You better be careful. Maybe Pittsburgh organization is not doing good next week or the week after, Murder. The Chiefs organization may not be doing good. According to Arabia, no organization right now is better than the Commander organization. That's my only problem with either one of y'all take.
Yeah.
Period.
Yo, Cam, forget all of that. Who's your second team? Now you need that second team you told me about.
I'm not you, Murder. You know,
now you need a second team.
I'm not you, man. I
know you need a second team right now.
No, I like teams, but I'm not going to claim a second team. Look, I go down with the ship.
That's not supposed to be, though.
Pause. I go down with the ship. I'm not moving Titletown. Listen, man, we go down, man. Pause. But I don't have a second team. Do I like certain players? Absolutely. I like, of course, Lamar Jackson. I like Josh Allen. I love Jaden Daniels. I like the Lions.
So then you're out for the season. You're out for the season with Joe Burrow.
Well, listen, man. Let's Joe Burrow's not out for the season. He has an expected date back, if everything goes right, December 15th. But who knows where the Chief will be at. The Bengals will be at December 15th. But what we have to realize is this. So, you know what Arabia did also is that she's like, yeah, Browning came in and threw 3 interceptions. But she didn't talk about he got the jitters out, got 2 touchdowns, and she said they won the game, but she didn't mention the touchdowns. She just threw the interceptions in there and tried to downplay him stepping into a rough situation. Now, Browning may not have the best NFL career, but he's one of these people that had every high school award, played a decent college career. And if he can step it up to the success he had when he was younger, we'll see what happens. I know the Cincinnati Bengals are going to go out and look for another backup quarterback because they just have to, whether it's a trade for somebody like Jameis Winston or somebody of that sort. We'll see what happens because they have to get another quarterback. But Browning, as a younger player, had success, and we'll see what happens. You got to think about this. When you think about Arabia set the names, pardon me, Arabia set the names. When you think about Joe Burrow, when you think about Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, when you're backup, and I think it's more likely when you play for Cincinnati, you're not going to play that much if barring injury. You're never getting in if Josh Allen doesn't get hurt. You're never getting in if Lamar Jackson doesn't get hurt. You're never getting in if Patrick Mahomes never gets hurt. And that's why quarterbacks need to stay ready, because football, you'll play away from getting in the game if you're at the quarterback position. So it's just about Browning, and we'll see what happens. But Joe Burrow, depending on when Cincinnati's at December 15th, and that's if everything goes right. The injury may linger, and the surgery may not heal as fast as they're expecting. But we'll see what happens, Mert. I don't have a second team.
All right. That means Ryan Rickow going to have to win the games for him. The kicker going to win a few games for y'all.
Whatever it takes to win a game.
Like, a win is a win.
Yeah, that's what matters. The win's a win. The wins, week 1 and week 2 wins haven't been pretty, but it's in the W column. Because we're 2-0 and the Commanders aren't. And neither
You know what's so funny about that?
And hold on, Arabia.
Go ahead.
Neither are the Chiefs. They're 0-2. And
this Arabia. These are the type of friends I have.
And neither are the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm the only one on the panel with all this nonsense going on towards the Cincinnati Bengals with a 2-0 record and no starting quarterback. Take the floor. It's yours.
See what happened when you try to help him when something catastrophic happens? Next time I'm going to go Drago. If he dies, he dies. On
Do what
the
you got to do,
field.
Murder.
Go ahead, Arabia.
Murder, could you get a win? That's all I'm asking for.
Okay, can I get a win?
You get a win this season. Let me.
All right.
What have you done for me lately if you're Patrick Mahomes? Go ahead, Arabia.
Patrick Mahomes, come on, my boy. Pause. They talking about you like you Russell Wilson of last year, man. Come on, man.
Arabia thoughts.
You know what's so interesting when I talk about like this organization, Cowboys organization, Bengals organization, I don't bring up the Commanders. You do. I don't use it comparing the Cowboys to the Commanders or comparing the Bengals to the Commanders. I'm just pointing out deficiencies in that organization without trying to big up my organization. My team isn't even on my mind, but my team is on your mind because in every single debate that we have, you bring up the Commanders, not me. I'd be the first one to point out deficiencies when the Commanders did something, talk about Dan Snyder, how nasty that organization was, how not far removed we are from that history. But I don't be bringing up the Commanders. That's all you.
It's hard not from, first of all, if your hair is highlighted in Commander colors, I don't know what you want me to do.
The ombre.
Yeah, the ombre is in Commander colors. If you live in D.C. and then if you wear Commander's paraphernalia, if I see you on Fox 5 talking about the Commanders, if I see you working with the NFL wearing a Commanders hat, T-shirt, jersey, shoulder pads, sorry if I think that you're talking about the Commanders. Pardon me for assuming. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. Apology accepted. Just, when I talk about the Cowboys or the Bengals, that's exactly who I'm talking about, not comparing it to the Commanders. And also about Jake Browning, not to just throw the interceptions in there because, I'm obsessed with football. I could be very long-winded. So when I give my takes, I try not to go on for so long. But the reason why I didn't bring it up is because it would spur me into another conversation, which is when he came into the game, the score was 12-7. Yes, he threw 3 interceptions, but they still ended up winning, which leads to another conversation about the Jaguars defense and what that means moving forward. Because yes, they were able to win this game coming in down 7, even having thrown 3 interceptions, but they did that against the Jaguars defense. They will be facing the Ravens twice. They will be facing the Steelers twice. They will be facing that AFC North division, which really has good defenses. Usually,
you
we'll talk
skipped
about
the
Seahawks,
Cleveland
but,
Browns. So you still ain't want to bring up that. You just skipped Cleveland Browns. So therefore, because you knew that's 2 wins for us, possibly with Browning. But go ahead.
I agree. I think possibly that is a win with Browning for the Cleveland Browns. But anyway, not to downplay what he did and just talk about the interceptions and not the touchdowns, but just to say that would have spurred a whole other conversation. But Browning came in and he did what he had to do. He carried the team through that one game. So
Arabia, what do we think the Bengals will be this year? 4-13. What number are we thinking?
I would have to literally go game by game through the schedule to see how I think they match up, but certainly nowhere near where they would have been if Joe Burrow was in the game, obviously. I don't know if Jake Browning can carry the load, Paul's the same way Joe Burrow was doing behind a poor offensive line with no run game and no defense. So, we'll see.
Joe Burrow didn't have a good first game. It isn't like he killed for 400 or 500 yards week 1. They won barely week 1. So Browning, even though he came in, fairly early in the game, not from the beginning, to me, and outside the interceptions, he kind of, and I'm not comparing this before people lose their mind like Cam, you lose their mind. We know you're not Joe Burrow. But I'm talking about week 1 Joe Burrow. He got the job done. Same thing Joe Burrow did week 1. So, look, man, if I'm the only undefeated team on the panel, okay, I get everybody's attitude up here. I understand it. Because you know why? You got an MVP quarterback, Murder. Stat got a 2-time league MVP quarterback, Super Bowl champion quarterback. Stat got a Super Bowl champion, 4-time league MVP. You got Kid Wonder, Hey Young World, Jaden Daniels, and all we doing is dissing the team that's 2-0 that started 0-2 probably the last 3 years, and we're off to a 2-0 start, and you're not going to rain on our parade. I am undefeated.
I don't think anybody is trying to diss the Joe Burrow. Just hold the organization accountable and being like they're really doing Joe Burrow and that team a disservice.
I agree.
By, again, putting the cart before the horse and having these great receivers, but not setting up all the other foundational pieces. So nobody wanted to see this. If you love football, you love competition, you didn't want to see Joe Burrow go down either, because you want to see football being played at the highest level, which means your best players have to be in the game. So this was very unfortunate. I want to see Joe Burrow and the Bengals get back to the big game and see another person come out of the AFC, no offense, Mace, and have the Chiefs kind of take a break a little bit. So no raining on the parade, but
so you want to rain on my parade? You want to stop raining on his parade and rain on my parade? That's what you're saying.
What side is everybody on? Y'all started off half taking a break. Then it was at you.
This is the mentality that we go through every show, you know.
But see, this is my problem right here. You don't get a Tom Brady without an injury. You don't get a Kurt Warner without an injury. You don't get certain
way to stay optimistic.
You don't get a Brock Purdy without an injury. So Browning, it's on you, nigga. And I know I'm not sitting there saying that you can sit here and go 6, 7, 8-0 with Joe Burrow's out there. When he come back, that's his job. But we'll know what you are about. But you don't get these NFL, Super Bowl, not just NFL MVPs, Super Bowl MVPs, Super Bowl champions without injury. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. I'm praying for y'all quarterbacks.
Okay, well,
I like that. That's a great way to stay optimistic, Cam. Bledsoe, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't get Tom Brady.
You don't get Tom Brady without the injuries, man.
That's kind of cool to think about.
Yeah.
Character development. The next game, it is.
I'm calling Cap.
Okay,
This guy's not becoming no Tom Brady, man.
Yo, listen, man.
They're gonna be 5 and 12, man.
Tom Brady ran 12 seconds on the 40-yard dash. The nigga was 199th pick in the NFL, my nigga. You don't. What do you think when nigga drafted Tom Brady? Like, nah, he gonna be the future one day. He gonna be that nigga. Nobody thought this. Nobody. He was, and she could vouch. She's a Michigan fan. She should know better than anybody. Nobody thought this was going to happen to Tom Brady. Now, I'm not saying that happens every day.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that does make all the best players. All of the best players were not the best players. Whether you talking about Stephen Curry, Jordan, D. Wade, anybody. Normally, you don't get to be that monster pause without going through the struggle and becoming great and having to work for everything, like Greek Freak or anybody. So you got a point
Joker.
there.
You got a couple. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You got LeBron James. Expectation. They met their expectations, but and football players too. But you got to realize and I know we're going back a few years, maybe a decade or two, but Kurt Warner was packing groceries in the grocery store.
Came right out of there and got a championship.
Yeah, and became a Hall of Famer. So you have to make. This is what we talked about, Murder, when preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah.
When you're prepared and you meet opportunity, you never know. And I told this story a million times, but imagine me when Mace had a record deal and he was trying to help me get a record deal. He took me to Biggie Smalls' house and Biggie Smalls put on the beat and I rap and my rhymes aren't ready. And I'm making Murder look crazy, and worse than that, making myself look crazy. And now Murder don't pick up the phone for me for 6 months for making him look crazy. Preparation has to mean opportunity. When you get them opportunities, if this is what you really want to do, be prepared. If not ready for the moment, you're not ready for the moment, and time's going to tell.
You ever took somebody somewhere and they wasn't prepared? An artist?
Yes. And I curved, and then they get mad at me. And then, because you know what's the worst thing as an artist, what I hate? When a nigga be like, he's supposed to be a rapper, and you be like, yo, and that happened to me. I'll tell you, I don't want to say his name.
You say rap, and they go, what you want me to say?
I was just about to say that. Nigga say, yo, spit. Nigga be like, so what you want to hear? The shit to get you out your situation you in, nigga. Ain't you fucked up? Spit the shit that's going to get you out the situation that you in right now. But yes, I've taken rappers places and they didn't want to rap, or they didn't want to, not just want to rap, they wasn't prepared for the
They're
moment.
like, I ain't that kind of artist, man.
Yeah.
He's like, you ain't that kind of artist.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. So I know we're reaching for the stars with Browning, but I'm just saying. Yeah, my bad, Arabia.
Yeah, shout out to Browning. I'm gonna change my vote on that. I'm expecting him to do well.
Hopefully he does.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was going to say, you don't even have to go back as far as Kurt Warner, because Josh Allen himself sent 1,000 emails to all these colleges and ended up in a JUCO and had to really push for himself because nobody believed he was anything based on his tape. But even with me, it is what it is. And I've never really told this story, but the first time I was ever on this show about a year ago, we're behind the scenes, we're getting ready, doing mic checks and stuff. And I hear Cam say, she better come with it, because if not, this will be her last time on this show. She was just like, I don't care. This could be her first time and her last time. And I was like, oh, okay. And, so you got to
Thank you, Nick.
The first time or the last time.
Yeah, man. Listen, because the one thing about it is this, and I didn't mean for you to hear it, but the thing about it is, we don't do pre-K. This is grad school. This is when you get out of college. We can't teach you for where you need to be. And I don't want to say the girl's name because we did it a few times on this show, but Stat was a writer on this show. Stat wasn't in front of the camera at the beginning. And the female that we had, she was decent and she was good. And shout out to her, I don't want to throw her under the bus because she was good. But Stat was better at what she needed to do on camera. Like I said, Stat started out a writer on the show. She wasn't on the camera. But the female that we was working to, when we threw her a couple questions about sports, she would be like this, C. Yes.
Yeah.
Be like, yo.
The Jaguars.
Yeah.
The Jaguars. Say, yo, Killa, come on.
The Jaguars is crazy. The natty Bengals. So, but she's a lovely girl, and she's a super dope personality, but we need you to be prepared, because at the end of the day, you have to think about this show in whole. And I tell people this all the time. I had a conversation earlier with somebody, and I talk about it probably once a month. If I go to somebody and say, yo, me and my best friend Murder want to do a sports show, could you fund it? They're going to be like, what are you talking about?
Y'all don't do sports. Yeah.
Matter of fact, when was the last hour? Like, they're not going to appreciate me telling them this. You have to show them sometime, and then when you show them, like, oh, nah, I've been trying to call you. Yeah. I was looking for you for a minute. Your phone, you changed your number? Because we've been trying to get in contact with you. And now the price is different from when I came to talk to you in the beginning. So, like I said, I didn't mean no harm by that if you overheard that, but we can do warm-ups over here. And you were way better than what we ever expected anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do a super, super, super great job. Last thing I'll add, like we say, proper preparation prevents poor performance.
The 5 Ps.
Yes, and it's not even just preparation.
Say that again.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Proper preparation
prevents poor
It's called the 5 Ps.
Why you roll your eye?
Cam,
Cam,
He's
what?
always trying to teach me something.
It's called the 5 Ps. Yo, hold on. First of all, Stat didn't make that up. That's why I knew it,
It's
brother.
a thing.
You know what it is? Murder just get mad when he never heard of nothing. That's what he think he does. That's the whole shit.
Come on, man.
That's
Like,
what
what do you mean?
That's one of them things, man.
It's that, you know how you got a little sister or something, they always try to tell you
Just
something.
chatting.
Yeah, Kim is always trying to teach me something.
I was ad-libbing her
We'll be
boss.
talking somewhere, it'd be like, yo, what Mace really means is this. like I can't talk or something.
Yo, see, that's the problem. That's the problem with murder is that it isn't that he can't talk. It's that sometimes I need to translate it and dumb it down because his vocabulary may be too high. Let me tell you something, Stat. Do you remember? I know you remember. Remember how he was about to get mad? He's about to get mad one day when I said you can't relate, and he was like, "What you mean I can't relate?"
Real serious switch.
And I was like,
Yeah.
"You can't relate." He's like, "The nigga said, how you know what I can relate?"
But I can relate to. Yeah, dead serious
Yeah,
too.
I bet.
And then Kim said, I got 4 hoes. Yeah, I can't relate.
That's that nigga in real life.
Yeah.
But guys, did I finish what you said?
I was saying yes, that is a real thing. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, and it's just a life lesson in general because yes, we come up here and we're talking sports and our takes and everything,
Yeah.
but in addition to that, it's also camera present. Like there are so many factors that when you guys watch it, you guys are watching it as a production because that's what it is. But there are so many different elements when it just comes to being on camera, preparing, going out in places. It's a full body thing. It's not just we come up here and just spew things. So
And
it's a
finding
lot.
pause and finding your space, pause
Yes.
and rhythm.
Yes.
When somebody else talking and you don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And listen, let me tell y'all something else. Before, when I was not even out of the studio, I was trying to do the show, or I had it in mind. I know that some of the funniest niggas, some of the most educated niggas as far as sports is concerned, hilarious. When these lights and cameras hit niggas, they freeze.
Yeah.
This shit ain't for everybody. Niggas walk in and be talking mad shit and then they like this, crickets, when it's time to go because like Stat said, you could be funny, you could be smart, you could know sports, you could know whatever topic you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
These lights and these cameras, if you're not ready, this shit will fuck you up.
Yeah.
And, me and Murder was just made for TV.
Yeah.
This is just the way it's been for almost 30, 35, 40 years. So.
Yeah, and then the last thing I'll add, of course, like you said, they've been made for TV. I can't even fathom the mindset of literally leaving class and coming into the studio. And Cam was like, "Yeah, you can just come up here for an hour. We're gonna debate." I can't. I'm not. No. I had to be ready. That episode is still up if you guys want to see the origins and the roots to see how we've progressed here. But I had to just get up and go. And sometimes that's what happens. And so relating it back to Jake Browning, when the lights turn on, you got to put on a show. So we'll see if he keeps his position or not. We'll see what happens for the Bengals. That next game will be the Bengals versus the Vikings. And anything can happen on any given Sunday. So we will see what happens next Sunday. Okay. Now, time for the game that I don't talk about. The Steelers lost to the Seahawks 31-17. Arabia, is this a loss you thought the Steelers would have?
Yes.
I actually had the Steelers winning this game. They were that defensive line is very dominant, and they had some interesting things happening on their offensive line. But once again, we see another fourth quarter performance by the Seahawks. Outscored the Steelers 17-3. We saw Ravens Bills. We saw the Bears defense crumble in the fourth quarter with that Vikings Bears game. The AFC North has a fourth quarter problem where their best teams cannot finish games. So they have to figure out a way if they're going to try to make a run in the playoffs to finish these games. It doesn't matter if it's Seahawks, who are generally a perennial playoff cusp team. Even if they don't make it, they're usually somewhere around the cusp, 1 or 2 teams away. But no, I did not have the Steelers losing this game, and I definitely did not have the Seahawks outscoring them 17-3 in the fourth quarter with that defense.
Yeah, where's Papa Stat at? That's all I want to know, Killa. Where's Papa Stat
I ain't
at?
see Papa Stats in about 10 months,
Papa
bro.
Stat. Check in. Somebody said this to me. Check on Mace when the Chiefs lost. You saw somebody put that in the chat?
See that.
That was funny. Whoever that was, I saw it. I wasn't feeling that. Can somebody go check on Mason? Now I'm returning pause the favor. Can somebody go check on Papa Stat? If you out there, Papa Stat, we just want to know you're okay. That's all we need to know. I don't want to hear this about you got a short quarterback now. Stat has already used that excuse. We can't hear it anymore. Aaron Rodgers is playing. This is a 4-time MVP. We're looking for the Steelers to win. I'm ready for y'all to win. All this Mike Tomlin, I can't go with it no more. I need wins, and I need wins now. And when they're losing the way they're losing right now, Stat, I don't know what to say to you, Stat. Are you feeling well?
The way we're losing right now, but what's your record again?
Yeah, but we're closer to being champions than you guys were.
You're on a three-peat, not in a good way. You're on a three-peat losing streak.
Yes, but the good thing is that champions are not made in the first 2 weeks, baby. Champions are never made in the first 2 weeks. That's the beautiful thing, even about what Cam is saying. Good thing we don't give out trophies in the first 2 weeks, man. But I'm looking at this right now, Stat. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this still a loss right here?
I mean, of course it's unfortunate, but given the way that we were playing, we kind of asked for it. Aaron Rodgers is trying. He's not playing his best performance. Our defense is quoted to be good. Our defense didn't really show up in this game. And then special teams. They had Caleb Johnson. He didn't field the ball, and then they were able to score a touchdown just like that. Like, it's silly mistakes. Again, I will always say I trust Mike Tomlin, but there are some coaching decisions to me that aren't making full sense. We just got to figure it out, and hopefully we iron out the shirt before the next game. But it's a lot of little issues.
We're having a decaf and all of this.
DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally wasn't really much of a fan of him from the jump. Y'all know how I felt about the wide receiver that I like.
I thought y'all was acting like this was going to be the answer all.
I mean, it doesn't take one wide receiver to answer all of the problems that we've had. There's a lot of internal problems because our offense in general needs a better jump.
This is what Cam used to say: if you're good, they'll figure out a way. If he's that good, then we should figure out a way. If you look at Aaron Rodgers with this 200 yards, I always told you it's the first quarterback to 225. What is it, 225 or 250?
You always asking us what you said.
I want to know if y'all paying attention.
It's a quiz.
It's the first quarterback to 225. The first quarterback that gets to 225 always wins the game. So if somebody can relay this to Aaron Rodgers, I know how he used to play in today's society. You got to get to 225, and you got to put up big points. If you want to be a championship team, I heard it from Pac-Man. I'm running with it. You got to get 30 points and higher. If you're scoring 17, you're out in the first playoffs because people are going to be scoring points. And I know OJ would say to me right now, Mace, you're quoting the obvious. Well, obviously, people don't know the obvious, so they would get to the obvious. You got to put up 30 points or more. Is that right, Arabia? To be a championship team?
That's right.
You got to be in that area.
The only exception really has been the Chiefs lately. They have been low scoring, but that's okay because their defense really was dominant. So, yeah.
Thank you, Arabia. I knew I liked you for a reason.
Damn.
She begging.
Jalen Hurts had 101 yards and won the game.
Oh.
So 225 is out the window this week for
goodness.
Jalen Hurts, and Patrick Mahomes he didn't even get to 200.
Cam, you know where I'm reporting from.
It's my
I'm
goal.
not going to say it because there's an over and under pause, but you know where I'm reporting from.
Murder, I'm telling you because you're my brother, like I told you the other day. I'm not going to let you go outside like that. They're talking about you in the streets, man. Title Town. You gotta put it away for 3-4 weeks.
I just told you know where I'm reporting from.
I'm telling you because you my brother. I'm just telling you. Just real quick, Arabia.
What are they saying? What are they saying about me?
Stat, go ahead and tell him. Go ahead. Stat, go ahead. You tell him. Go ahead, Stat, tell him. Tell him what the YouTube streets are saying.
They just have questions about Titletown and certain things going on, and the second team that you chose.
The hate is real. The hate is real.
They said you did. All right, I'm going to say
the hate is real. The hate is real. The hate is real.
They say that you say Titletown 6 times and say, Cam, what you think? That's the word on the street.
The hate is real.
I'm just telling you what they say. The hate is real. I'm just telling you. Arabia, what was your take real quick about this game? Just in the summary.
Basically that the Seahawks outscored them 17-3 in the fourth quarter, and that the Steelers are supposed to have this dominant defensive line, and it just kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter.
You said something about the AFC North, though.
Yes. The AFC North's best teams, which today, with Joe Burrow being out, I know you're on Jake Browning right now. I'm not. My favorite two teams in the AFC North right now.
I'm definitely not. Super Bowls.
Yes. Super Bowls. Ravens and Steelers, we've both seen so far through 2 weeks them having problems in the fourth quarter. So, yeah.
So the reason I asked that, pardon me, I'm looking at something. The reason I asked that is because just a little while ago, you was like, yo, they have to play the Steelers twice. They have to play the Bengals twice, talking about Cincinnati. And now you're telling me about the problems with the Steelers and the Bengals. Who leading the division in the AFC North right now?
Right now, it's the Bengals 2-0.
All right, I was just checking
he
to see.
He just wanted to hear you say
because just last take, she said, yo, they got to play Steelers twice, they have to play the Bengals twice. She left the Browns out of it. But then she disses the AFC North, talk about these are the problems they've been having. I just want to... I don't know where she's at on the seesaw.
Yeah, I mean, those problems are not mutually exclusive. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Those problems aren't mutually exclusive to them having to play these teams. You can acknowledge that through 2 weeks, teams have some things to clean up. Like Mace just said, you don't give out awards through 2 weeks. So they can clean these things up.
Thank you, Arabia.
If they start cleaning them up, like really good teams don't start to play their best form of football until the middle or end of the season as they're rolling momentum into the playoffs.
So week 7.
If they start to clean things up, then they're going to be a problem to play.
Well, the thing about it is this. Then stop bringing up, not you, just NFL analysts around the world, that the Bengals started 0-2 for the last however many years. Last year, the Chiefs started off, 6, 7, 8, 9-0? This is not a regular start for the Chiefs. The Bengals, probably not the Bengals, the Ravens, they kind of sloppy in the beginning. But they don't finish the job at the end either. My thing about this, I don't really care about this game. And I could give you my analysis of this game. But the thing about it is this. For the last 12, 13 years, the thing for the Steelers is if Mike Tomlin gets to 500, that's the victory for Pittsburgh. Niggas not expecting Pittsburgh to go past the first round in the playoffs if they get to the playoffs. That's just that. The victory in Pittsburgh has been Mike Tomlin making it to 500 the last 13 years or however long he's been there, 14 years, however long it's been. I don't expect much from the Steelers. Sorry, Stat. Sorry, Papa Stat. I've been telling y'all this for I don't know how many seasons now. I don't expect much. We're black, so we're rooting for Mike Tomlin. And we all say, well, should he keep his job? Should he keep his job? Stat wanted to fire in one of these seasons. I can't remember what season it was.
That was last season.
And then she came. Then she
that
came
was
back.
Last season.
Then she came back.
And
was
she
like,
trust him.
Yeah. And then she trusts him. Exactly. So, listen. The win for Pittsburgh is for us as black people anyway. That don't live in Pittsburgh, because I know people in Pittsburgh and surrounding areas want them to win. Is that all we do is hope that Mike Tomlin could get to 500, and I'm rooting for that. I don't expect much more besides that from Pittsburgh Steelers.
Lovely. Okay, y'all. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss the Texans versus the Bucks. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. but she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman wanna be free? Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't a...
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. On Thursday, the Bills will play the Dolphins. Underdog has James Cook at 62.5 rushing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
I'm going higher.
Lower.
Okay. Josh Allen is at 232.5 passing yards.
Yeah,
Do you have him higher or lower?
nigga. Yeah, my nigga Josh, man. Now look,
It's your second team.
I don't have a second team.
This is your second team, Cam. Year after year, you've been saying Josh Allen.
I like Josh Allen. That don't mean I like the Buffalo Bills, but Josh Allen is probably my favorite player outside of Joe Burrow.
You talk about him just as much as Joe Burrow.
Listen, let me tell you something, right? If I liked, and I'm just saying, I like the Spurs. When the last time you heard me talking about them? We ain't had nothing to talk about lately. Wemby been hurt. Yeah, they had the Rookie of the Year. You know, we got De'Aaron Fox now. But what I'm talking about, yo, damn, the Knicks look good. We gonna see what Houston gonna do. KD over here. Just because I talk about niggas pause, that don't mean that that's my team. I don't, Murder, I'm not you. Murder said
I don't do that either.
You said you Don King. You leaving with the winner.
I'm leaving with the winner.
All right, you said that. That's what you said.
That makes sense, though. Who wants to leave with the loser, like you said?
I understand where you coming from.
Who likes losing? I heard you say that on the show.
Absolutely. Because you know why Sin always says, you don't like to lose.
Yeah. You said. You said, well, who should like losing?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that losses don't happen sometime, but yo, you don't like losing. I think that's a wild statement when you're competing. No, I don't like losing, but if we losing, we losing.
Yeah, y'all have two different perspectives because you said you're leaving with the winner. He said if the boat's sinking, he going down with the boat. So there, two different things.
Thank you.
My boat didn't go down.
I mean, your boat is going down.
It's a hole in it. It's like,
You trying to figure out what boat to jump to next. Boat's done already took sail.
My boat didn't go down.
It got a little water coming in that joint. It definitely got a leak.
How you supposed to go down with the boat if your boat don't go down? Yeah. Oh, my son told me that, pause, one time he was practicing. I said, yo, I need you to be hungry out there, pause. He said, how did you get hungry if you're not hungry? We canceled IAU today.
There goes that.
You know, and Mason, listen, man, let me tell you something about this story. Mace told me the story 73 times. That's how mad I know. Off camera, I'm talking about. That's how mad I know that day had some hot. And then to add a little bit to this story, what you told me, said, then that nigga walk over to the other coach and I'm like, why would your father want you to be hungry?
You talking about somebody that knows everything. My son knows everything.
Now,
if you get irritated with me, you would hate to talk to him.
That kid is highly intelligent, and not only that, not just highly intelligent. His responses, his comebacks is crazy. I was talking to Mason, and I said, yo, you think your father could rap? He said, yeah, I think he can rap. I said, man, maybe you should do a song. He said, nah, he's too domesticated now. Maybe he is domesticated.
He can be a dog when he wants to, but he's domesticated now.
He's too domesticated.
And then he heard Cam rapping. He said, I figured hip hop out. Pause. We got to go back to jerking niggas.
Yeah, he definitely.
He said niggas was rapping better when they wasn't getting all their money.
Yeah. He said, yeah, man. The labels got to go back to jerking niggas, man, because he said the raps haven't been getting that good since they've been getting equal pay. That nigga, that's my nigga right there, bro.
I woke up, he told me that I had to call Killa. I said, you got to hear nephew.
Nah, that nigga's that's my nigga, yo. That's my nigga, yo.
Okay.
He said that because he heard Cam freestyle.
Yeah,
He
cause
said, see, daddy, you hear this? Y'all was getting jerked. He said the people getting all that money don't rap.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the fact though. Because it's the same style. I mean, you know, you got to go a little bit with the times, but
Yeah.
he could tell the hunger story. Yo, Phil, because I see that in the comments sometimes when I do the freestyle. They be like, Cam rapping like the Rent do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't do the auto. I missed the auto-tune era, man.
Oh, man.
Real quick, because I don't think you gave your
Yeah.
Josh Allen pick. 232.5 passing yards. Higher, or lower?
Higher.
Okay, and then Tyreek Hill is at 69.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
Higher, man.
I don't
It's
know.
Tariq, man. He gotta do what he gotta do.
Him and Tua, I don't know if they're on the same page. That nigga still throwing tantrums, and we see how the season ended last
Yeah, you're right.
year. And I see a nigga on the sideline. Tua missed the pass. This nigga, all this attitude. He should.
So he gotta make it up this game.
He should. I'm gonna go higher too, because that's a good point. Maybe they'll get on page week 3.
Okay. Make sure y'all download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. So the Bucks beat the Texans 20-19. Arabia, did you expect the Texans to start their season 0-2? And then how'd you feel about that game?
So initially, no, I didn't necessarily have them starting 0-2, but it's really not a big deal if teams get off to a great start. It doesn't mean that they're going to be these deep playoff run teams. If they go off to a slow start, there's still a lot more football to be played, so it's okay. This was a good defensive game. We saw a nice offensive game with the Cowboys-Giants, 41 combined points. It was really exciting game. So now we get a good defensive game in Monday Night Football. The Bucks defense had some really impressive red zone series, and the Texans defense is really exciting to watch with Stingley Jr. in the secondary, that front four with Hunter and Anderson coming off the edge. The key for the Bucks this season will be, can they stay healthy? Because they still don't have Chris Godwin in yet. Can they stay healthy? And can Baker Mayfield protect the ball? Because he is a liability when it comes to protecting the ball. That 2-minute offense at the end of the game had me nervous, because Baker Mayfield is good for a game-winning drive or a turnover. And you don't necessarily know which one you're going to get with Baker Mayfield. He has a high ceiling, but he also is good for a turnover, kind of like Jared Goff. But and then for the Texans, the key for them moving forward is if they can get that offense going. In general, in football, the defense tends to come out faster and starting off better than the offense. The offense takes a little while to warm up, so it's totally normal. But if CJ Stroud can get on the same page with these receivers for 4 quarters, because they didn't score in the second quarter, they didn't score in the third quarter, then they'll be in good shape. So I think this was a good defensive game between two playoff teams.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to CJ Stroud playing much better than this. I know he had 200 yards, but when it comes down to this type of team, he was so promising at least 2 years ago, and I don't want to see him go backwards, because now this is the same type of season. I'm expecting Jaden Daniels not to have, like, after you have that first breakout year and people start looking for you to be great, I think it's important to keep your feet on the gas. And with this game, even though it was a close game, you just don't want to get back in the spirit of losing. And I know Baker Mayfield and Rachaad White, you know, that late play caused them to win that game. But I would just really want the Texans to win that game. That was a game I think they needed to win. It would be better for them being 1-1 than being 0-2. I think it would have lifted their spirit and allowed them to do much better in the season. Just when you start out young and you're losing early, even though you say it's not a big deal, Arabia, it kind of is when you're young, because you don't have the history of winning. You don't have the legacy. You know, people don't have the same patience with you.
Before I even get to this game, I've never seen, and I've been working with everybody up here for murder. You don't even count when I talk working shit. This is the most I've seen from everybody up here. That the beginning of the season doesn't really matter. Like, how you start doesn't really matter, we don't really matter. And it's just so convenient for everybody that how you start doesn't matter this season. It's just random.
2-0,
It's
right?
just random. Yeah, it's just randomly convenient how the start of the season doesn't really matter. I want to ask a question to Arabia real quick before I give my take on this game, because I think Murder hit the nail on the head with C.J. Stroud. But I want to ask you a question. Did Jaden Daniels appear scared last week in his eyes when he played against Green Bay? Did you see any fear?
I don't know if I would use the word fear, but he didn't look anywhere near what he did. Like, even from week 1, Jaden Daniels over these last 2 weeks has not played to the same level that he played last season. In week 1, there were some overthrown balls. There were balls that were thrown too high. And then week 2, he took a lot of hits. Pause. He got injured. I know there was like a knee injury, whatever, but he has not been playing to the same level that we saw in his rookie season last year. No.
What do you call it? Cautious?
No, I just think the offensive line was getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. And because of that, he didn't have enough time to go through his progressions. And when he was scrambling, they had really good lane integrity. So he didn't have the same pressure outlets with the pass and the run that he usually does. So, I mean, the Packers really just took those options away from him, and he did what he had to do, but it wasn't too much.
Man, that nigga looked like a deer in headlights, Murder.
Yeah,
that nigga was scared of Micah Parsons. I see Micah Parsons chasing him one time. This nigga was looking back. That nigga just got rid of it. And every time Micah Parsons even put pressure on him, he would just smile like, you almost got me, right? You crazy. That's what I got from Jay. And I didn't like it, because I like Jaden Daniels, but I seen fear in that nigga eyes. But it ain't how you start. It's how you finish. Anyway, back to this game. What Murder was saying is right. I've seen great things from C.J. Stroud the year before last. Last year was mediocre at best. And I'm not saying he had a bad game last night, but Houston's starting off the 0-2 start. Not how you start, it's how you finish this. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, I don't think that's good. I'm not a Houston fan, but what I did like, and I'm not racist either. I support everything, but I'm all for black people getting opportunities, head coaching jobs, quarterback positions. I think this is the most black African-American quarterbacks. I would use that phrase for those people out there starting in the NFL this season. Even in the NFC East, it's all black quarterbacks, if I'm not mistaken. And I like black people getting the opportunity. And so these are the things that I want when I want them to win. Because in the NFL or sports in general, they come a dime a dozen, especially at the corporate level, the coaching level, management. There are no black owners in the NFL. Maybe one minority owner, one or two minority owners in the NBA. Y'all correct me out there in YouTube land if you're wrong. If I'm wrong, pardon me. So outside of that, I'm rooting for Houston just for that. But yo, my nigga, CJ, go find Amber Rose, nigga. You was Ubering for her. You was doing your thing, nigga. That's all I could do. I'm not sitting here doing a big analyst. These niggas is 0-2. I think Arabia made some super good points when it came to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's one of these niggas who came in the NFL arrogant, thinking he was the shit, and the NFL humbled him real quick. So for him to be where he's at now with Tampa Bay, I think is really good. But she's right. To me, he's one of these people like when Jameis Winston was playing with Tampa Bay. He could get you a touchdown, he could throw you an interception. But what happened is they won the game, and Tampa Bay is off to a 2-0 start. Arabia said 2 playoff teams have played each other last night. I don't know if that's necessarily true for the Houston Texans. I have to see in the next few weeks, but I don't like what I've seen from them in the first 2 weeks. So shout out to Tampa Bay for getting the victory.
And just
and speaking of black people in positions of power, I'm sorry, Stack, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
Oh, yeah. Just speaking of black people in positions of power, it's hard not to root for DeMeco Ryans either. He's kind of living the dream, like being the head coach for the team that he used to play in the NFL for. Definitely want to see him win for sure. And it's hard not to root for that Texans team.
Yeah, it's like this, and I'm just being straight up honest. If I'm watching Family Feud, and it's a black family against any other race, I'm rooting for the black family. I am. And then when the black family do something on Family Feud to embarrass me, I put my head under the cover like, yo, Murder, this nigga on Family Feud, Murder. I swear to God, I just turned the TV off and left the house, man.
What did he say? What was the question?
Steve Harvey said, name a black man's name that starts with the letter H. The nigga said Jose. I just said, fuck.
I hope that wasn't for the money neither.
Fam, but he, Jose! That nigga think I just left the fucking house, my nigga. But yeah, I'm always going to root for us. And that doesn't mean I race anything else. I love white people, Mexican, Spanish. But you got to realize, especially other brown people out there, minorities, we didn't have to start that other people had. So for us to be where we're at now, it's definitely progression. Yeah. And the opportunities other people have is definitely progression. So yeah, I'm rooting for Nico. I know we sit here and make fun of Mike Tomlin. I'm rooting for Mike Tomlin. I'm rooting for anybody, and always the athletes, but people in power, general managers, head coaches, owners, because we don't get a lot of those opportunities.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Last thing that I'll leave just kind of for food for thought for discussions, just for people to think about. So basically, since 1990, only 12.2% of teams that started 0-2 have made the postseason. So I'm just going to say nobody should get too comfortable.
Yeah,
you just never know. Any given Sunday, we keep saying that every week, and different things keep happening that we're not expecting. I didn't say that. That's gaslighting. I didn't say that. I'm just saying that's the stat.
Put that nigga on fire, Steph.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
That's like that nigga.
No, because we have our debates every day. The fire gonna start. And please don't lose y'all's next game, or it's really wraps. That's all I'm gonna say.
It wouldn't matter if we lose the next game. We're going to be in a playoff stat. We ain't falling that far.
Nick, save this take.
And let me just say, I think that too, but just the way things have been happening,
you just
never know. And that would be the first clip.
But I will say this, is that y'all are last in the division. Everybody else in the division got to win.
Yeah, when you fast, you give people a head start.
I understand that, but you didn't give them a fast head start last year.
You know?
Or the year before that.
Sometimes you got to, switch it up.
Or the year before that.
Stat. Don't start stat.
Listen.
You guys are owing. What are y'all? Stat 1-1?
The better record than you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Celebrate it. First week.
I learned from you.
Yeah.
Who Kansas City play next week?
Yeah, they do that in the hood,
The Giants.
I think they play the Giants.
I know one thing.
Nigga better not.
You better not. I know one thing. That's what I do know.
That's all I need is Russell Wilson. I'll never hear the end of that. Yo.
Right. Okay, y'all. Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Arabia, it was a pleasure to have you as always.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Shout out to Saudi for joining the show too, man.
Oh my gosh.
Thank y'all for
Everybody's
watching.
gonna be running that on you now.
That's a fact.
I know. Yeah.
And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.